Hi, my name's Derek Beer. I'm the founder of Help With. That's a net zero engineering consultancy. I get buildings to zero carbon. Let me take you through the process that I articulate on a typical phone call from a lead that I get from Facebook. So when they call me up, I explain I'm a net zero engineer, that I'm responding to the advert, their interest in the advert, and ask them what they're trying to do. 99% of people currently today say solar, and I say, okay, that's not a great solution, there's better ways, and I explain why. Then I ask them about how good is the fabric of the building, and the fabric is all about insulation. So how much insulation is in the roof, how much insulation is in the ground floor, the walls, the windows, the doors, so we optimize that. So that's the fabric done. And then I say, what have you got currently in the house? And they'll always say, 99% of the time they'll say, I've got a boiler. So I say, okay, we can improve the efficiency of the boiler, we can add better controls, we can add zoning to the house so that those radiators only come on when there's somebody in the room and they go off when you leave. So we can improve that boiler system completely. And they say, well, that's great, I hadn't thought of that. Then there's a second consideration, which is in the summer, let's switch the boiler off completely. We don't need to have it on. And let's think about a hot water system. We can run a hot water system from a single plate on the roof with a special gas in it. That takes the energy out of the air. That goes down to a compressor, which heats the gas even further. Then you get your hot water. So free hot water from spring to autumn. There's another way you can do it, which is a product called SunAmp, which has a special chemical, size of a fridge, 5 times more efficient than the thermal store. Oh, that sounds good, they always say. So those two things will improve your energy bills dramatically. If you still want to go further, then I just give them an idea, because I've got 40 services and products in my portfolio, and I can just pull the ones out that make sense for that situation. They're always different. Here's another thing for you. Consider this. So I talk about car to home, and car to home is an electric car. It's got a 70 kilowatt battery in it. So I can plug the car into the house, runs the house for 3 days, semi-detached house for 3 days. Amazing, didn't realize it. For people that are on grants and they typically need a grant because they're mentally or physically disabled, I get them through the nightmare of the grant system, which is nearly impossible for people to understand. So together we go for a grant application. If they're successful, then I help them with the technology. Going through the grant application is beyond most people. Once they've got the grant, then you're going to have to deal with the surveyor, nightmare. Then you're going to have to deal with the installation company, complete nightmare. So I deal with all of that. They end up cushy, nice and warm, low costs. So if this sounds interesting to you, why don't you call me on my number or look at my website and we can take it further. Thank you. Are you having problems with the electricity bill and the gas bill currently? Would you like to reduce that? I think you would like to do that. Do you have problems?